Welcome back, YouTube. General Soul back with Blood Omen, the Legacy of Kain. And ignore that I'm changing spells here. I had to do a quick rewind because I was fucking up in this area, so I went back to the Penaloca Tarot. But anyway, we don't even want that. We want to equip our Flame Sword, and we also want to make sure that we have Energy Bolt equipped. We're going to need that. So we're going to have some of those flame sorcerers. 2 swipes with your flame sword will kill them, so don't worry about it. Anything harder than that, we will have items for. Ignore the fireballs, kill the flame sorcerers, avoid the sword, and you should be okay. Hit the switch up in the north, go into the next room. There will be 2 switches across spikes. This is why you need Energy Bolt. That is the only way you can hit those spells. Hitting both switches. That will open a pathway down here. Hit this switch to the right. That will allow you to hit the switch to the left. We're going to use Spirit Death on that enemy. And hit this switch to open the door to the south. From here, Spirit Death this enemy. We do have some magic refills coming up, so don't be afraid to use your Spirit Death. It's going to kill a lot of very tough enemies. Be sure to hit that switch on the wall that I went back up for. Here's a magic refill. And kill that Cerberus. There is a rune triangle. Try and time it where you don't get hit. If you do, feed off the prisoner and move along. We're in these underground caverns again, but this time we are going to have undead in every time we come in here. So Flame Sword will kill them very easily because these are undead that will just respawn after a few seconds. Spirit Death the Cerberus, avoid the fireball, or run into it like I did. Try not to miss your Spirit Death. Head on across, kill the Cerberus, kill that Cerberus. If you need the refill, go for it. There's also someone to feed off of. Hit the sun switch right there. Kill the Cerberus. And avoid the fireballs and go into the next room. At the end of this video, we will have our full moon. However, unfortunately, I'm not quite as far as I planned for. So there's going to be a secret. I had planned for 2 secrets not being found because I didn't want to waste 4 hours waiting for more full moons. But because I didn't get quite as far as I wanted, 3 secrets will not be found. Anyway, feed on him, kill the Lich. Oh, we're out of... we'll use some flays instead. Anyway, here, hit the sun switch here. Venture down. There's another Lich, and he's guarding a magic refill, which is perfect. Avoid the fireballs. If you need the blood, grab it. I don't. Switch back to my Spirit Death. And don't bother with Spirit Death on undead enemies. It will not work on them. They need to have a soul, and undead enemies do not have souls. In here, Spirit Death everything that is dangerous, which is pretty much anything that moves. Pretty linear path. Okay, avoid the fireball. Get the Cerberus enemy here. Just got stuck there. Be sure to hit this switch up to the north. Make sure the light is off. If it is not off, you didn't hit it or you turned it back on. Spirit Death of 2 Liches. Continue along. Ooh, bad dog. Bad doggy. There's a prisoner there to feed off of if you need. Alright, we're going to use some Fonts of Putrescence. I'm running low on flays right now. Here we will get some black zombies, so burn them so that they stop respawning and move along. Alright, in here, we don't need to use items or weapons. These sorcerers die to 2 hits with the flame sword. Kill them quickly, because if you don't, they will keep respawning shadows and they will teleport to somewhere else on this area. I hit that flame switch, or that sun switch that I hit earlier. Be sure to hit this one as well. Get this magic refill if you need it, and go kill this sorcerer. Kill all the shadows he spawned in. Kill this sorcerer, and we're almost out of here. One more sorcerer. We're almost there. Just keep going along. Now you see why I said we couldn't fit this in the last video. And we got another sorcerer to kill. Alright, we got him. Someone to feed on if you need it. Another sorcerer to kill. Okay, be sure to hit that skull switch. Make sure the light is off. And venture down. Kill if you want. Let's survive if you wish. And go south to the next section. We're getting very, very close to our final armor piece. Be sure to kill these black liches. They will spawn regular liches constantly. You need to take them out, so be quick. Magic refill there. Take the left side and avoid the sword. Kill the lich. Feed on the girl if you need to or want to. Kill this one. Get the skull switch. Magic refill if you need it. And yeah, he spawned in a couple of liches on me. Oh well. Alright. I keep saying we're almost there, but trust me, we are almost there. I mean, this is a pretty big area here. Head across. The lightning spitters will also die to spirit death pretty easily. Right, spirit death is pretty much almost an instant death to everything. The switch will make a bridge appear. Get the flay if you wish. Just avoid the fireballs. And here's a blood vial that we do not need, but if you do, here you go. Alright, so time your walk across. Don't spit lightning at me, and hit the sun switch there to open the door. And once across, this should be the final section if I'm remembering. Nope. These ogres right here are among the strongest enemies in the game. And you see how easily spirit death is killing them. Hit that switch right there. Oh, I missed. Okay, got him. But yeah, those are among possibly the toughest enemies in the entire game in terms of defense and HP. So thank God for spirit death. But yeah, we've got all items in the game. We've got all weapons in the game. We're about to get the final piece of armor. We just need one spell. Alright, feed on you. There's a rune triangle. We are not full magic yet. Be sure to hit the skull switch. Avoid the fireball. And from here, go north. Another demon. Magic refill right there, but I know I need to kill another demon. That's why I didn't grab it. So come down here and wait for him to come around the corner and hit him with spirit death. Then I'm going to refill my magic. Be sure to hit the sun switch so that we can move on to the next area. Alright, we are there, finally, inside this room, our final piece of armor.
This armor was spawned in the most impure of spirit forges. tempered from the seething agony of tortured souls. The metal exists only partially in the human realm, causing it to fade between tangible and ethereal states.
I have a love-hate relationship with the Wraith armor. It looks really cool, and for some people, the effect that it does could be really cool as well. But what I don't like about the Wraith armor is that when you get hit, instead of losing health, you lose magic. And you've seen how much magic I'm using. So because of that, for my playstyle, Chaos armor is probably the best one. Wraith armor will also give you this effect of fading in and out of reality as well when you're playing, and you'll have like a light like the ghosts around you. So that part is useful. I just don't like the part of I lose magic when I get hit. Now, for those of you who have been waiting to see the Soul Reaver in action, you're about to.
Above me stood a memory, etched in stained glass.
Ah, what's this? I had not even realized the blade and the raiment were here. You wear those trinkets well, Kain. But I do believe that they would look better on me.
The matriarch of Avernus, the Lady Azimuth. Her magical planing skills summon demons through runes inscribed in human blood.
Come to me, my children. We shall ravage Nosgoth together.
Okay, use Repel, then equip the Soul Reaver. The trick to this is catching this bitch. She likes to teleport away as soon as you get close, so you need to be quick to her. One swipe of the Soul Reaver will kill her. Ignore her demons.
So, little man, have they sent you to stop me? My children shall rip you apart. Come, my demons, let us sup on vampire blood.
For all her magic, the Lady Azimuth was little trouble. Once her demonic thralls had been dispatched, she fell quickly to my blade. Azimuth's third eye, a gift from the Pillar of Dimensions, allowed the planar sight into other realms. The pillar reclaims its own.
It will deliver you in time.
So the item we picked up in the last room is a time streaming device, and this is going to be a part of the story of the overarching franchise that is very important coming up. But there is our 10th bat beacon. Immediately go to the pillars so that you know where to go next.
Before the Dimension Pillar, I lay the Eye of Azimuth. The pillar accepted its offering. Thus, it was restored.
Well done. You have found Mobius's toy. Azimuth, not content with summoning demonic thrall, stole the time-streaming device in order to gather creatures from other ages as well. Take care of the device, Kain. It will deliver you in time. The legions of the Nemesis are on the march from the north, crushing all in their path. It was not too long ago that the Nemesis was known as William the Just, a caring and gentle benefactor of the land. But as his army grew in strength and he himself grew in power, the veil of tyranny fell, and one kingdom was not enough. So many cities, so many dead. Willendorf will be sure to follow. The Nemesis must be stopped, or all shall be lost.
How can one stop an army?
You must rally the forces of Willendorf. They are the last hope of Nosgoth.
Once done speaking to Ariel, return to our newly activated bat beacon right here so that we can continue our adventure. And we are getting very close to the point of no return. We're not going to hit it in this video, but next video we are hitting the point of no return, meaning we complete something in particular. We are on collision course to endgame. No more exploration. So we need to get... There are a few secrets that we can get along the point of no return. But for right now, we're very much focused on getting every secret and getting our last, like, missable trophies.
The Spectre of Ariel led me to Willendorf. If I was to defeat the next member of the Circle, I needed to understand his machinations. With this vague advice in mind, I set forth on the road to Willendorf.
Knowing what you know of the full story of the franchise, I don't know if I really should say anything because it does beg some questions when you know the full story of the franchise on certain things that you're told. But anyway, we have these scarecrow enemies. Remember to use flays on them. One flay will kill them. Avoid the crows. And we're going to be using a lot of wolf form and a few flays. We're not going to run out of flays. We got enough flays for what we need to do, so don't worry about if you're running low like me. If you didn't use flays for the most part, you probably have a good chunk of flays and you have nothing to worry about. This rock down below we will come back for later. In fact, we will come back for it later this video. Anyway, we have a little bandit camp here. We'll go ahead and take these guys out. Get me my blood shower ready because we're about to have some groups here. Blood shower. Oh, shush. You too, lady. And next section, we have some new enemies, paladins. These guys can be a little difficult.
Strange, isn't it, Kain, that one cannot quite accept that which sustains him. You in your death, and me in mine. But death cannot reign in a world without life, and soon you will find the quest ahead of you is yours and yours alone. I can assist you no longer.
Willendorf, proud defender of the realm with its warrior elite and mighty ruler, King Ottmar. The Lion Throne had once held my allegiance, but Willendorf's days of glory had passed. It was the last bastion against an unruly future.
So that gives you the access to fly straight to Willendorf Castle, which we will do later. But for right now, we have some things to get. So head this way, kill this paladin. They're quite tough, but nothing we can't handle. You can do melee if you want. But head inside this cave here. Be ready with some fonts of putrescence or implodes or whatever, or spells if you want. But this is going to give us another spell. And basically this is the next to last spell that we will be collecting. We're almost done collecting everything. Do not kill the enemies on your left or right. Kill the one in front of you, yes. But the enemies on the left and right, we need them alive. And this bastard is pissing me off. Okay. Get your control mind ready. Hit the enemy on the right first. Hit the switch above him. And avoid the spikes. Kill this enemy real quick. Go through the door to grab this magic refill. And then let this guy go. Do the same thing on the left side. The enemy this time is as soon as you enter the door. One swipe of your sword will kill him. Switch above you, kind of hidden. Avoid the spike. And then grab these two items and let this guy go. Continue north. Now you got to find the perfect opportunity to get this magic refill if you want it. And then next room. Again, avoid the spikes best you can. Follow this one until you pass the one up top. And then follow this one. Wait for this one to pass by the bridge. Go across. Zombies will spawn as soon as you cross the bridge, so be ready to set them on fire so that they can't respawn anymore. And once again, follow these spikes. Just don't touch them. There's a zombie comes up, set it on fire, move along. Okay, you need to do a very specific thing here. First, mind control this enemy. Grab the rune triangle. If you want the magic refill, grab it. Now grab the spell.
With this spell, I can tear a creature's soul from its body, leaving its vacant flesh mine to control.
After you grab the spell, hit that switch and let that guy go. Equip Spirit Rack. Move the black zombies to this side. Use Spirit Rack on this skeleton. Spirit Rack is like mind control, but for undead. Hitting that switch lowers that bridge. If you need a magic refill, grab this one and be ready to set these two skeletons on fire. If it goes down like that, it will come back, so be ready to set it on fire. Go inside this room, be ready with your spirit rack, hit this skeleton, and hit the switch. When you switch back, some black zombies are going to spawn around you. Set them on fire. You might have to set the skeleton on fire when he respawns. Now, be ready with Spirit Rack on this one again. That lowers this bridge. And next room. Alright, so Spirit Rack this skeleton. Grab the magic refill. Hit the switch. Let him go. Across the bridge is going to be a rune triangle. Once you grab it, 4 black zombies will spawn. Back up and set them on fire. Now, take control of this skeleton, grab the refill, grab the switch if you can. Grab it quickly, let him go. If you want the 2 energy banks, position yourself on this corner and shoot a spirit rack at him. Grab the 2 items, let him go. Alright, when you step foot on these steps, 2 black zombies will spawn in, set them on fire. Be ready with like a font of putrescence or a pentalook of tarot or something. There's a lot of red skeletons and a energy spitter. Okay, that one for some reason did decide to die when he hit the acid. There we go. Okay, that one hit my chaos armor and it killed him. I'm waiting for him to get up so I can set him on fire. Alright, fine. Fuck you. Step in the pool. Get the magic refill if you need it. And we're pretty much done here. This should have taken us back. Yep, this took us back to the beginning. So one more spell, and we have a trophy. And we only need, what, 2 more bat beacons? Then we need to find a secret area. Alright, so you see the time. We're getting very close to our full moon. Now, because I'm not as far along as I had planned for, we're not going to be able to get one secret. The last 3 secrets to the game require the full moon, but they're so far apart that if you really want them, you're going to have to wait for the full moon to be able to get them.
Mighty Willendorf had sliced open the belly of the earth, reaping a bounty of precious metals and unearthing ancient secrets. Of these secrets, I had heard of a tomb that contained an ancient forefather of King Otmar himself. Within the tomb, a fountain of blood would allow me to cast the most noble of illusions and gain entry to the city of the mighty lion.
As far as waiting for the full moon for these last 3 secrets, I'm not going to do that. We're very close to the end of the game. I'll point you in the direction. But here is our blood fountain for maximum strength. We can now move any boulder we wish.
Your strength has increased, for our blood enhances.
Head to the south. Drain his blood if you wish, or kill him with your weapon, but we got another one. This one could be moved with level 2 strength, so no big deal. But this one is moved by level 3, and this is a secret. As soon as you touch the first item, Secret 84 is unlocked. Alright, head back the way we came. And continue south. Move this rock out of the way so we can continue along. So obviously that blood fountain is required if you're wanting to get secrets. Follow the linear path. We have scarecrows, so get your flays ready. Avoid the crows. You can't do anything about the crows except run from them. When they disappear, you can move on. We're going to obviously need wolf form to move up and down these ledges. So go ahead and do that. That scarecrow down there is not really going to be much of a threat to you from there. But here, he could hit you, but we can hit him back. Alright, we're going to need wolf form again, so be ready. Drop down twice. We're going to go ahead and take out this scarecrow. We're going to need the axes to remove this one tree. This one tree is going to make us go through a loading screen to equip 2 axes, to see a loading screen, to swing the axe once, to chop down the tree, to see a loading screen, to equip the flame sword, to see a loading screen to get back into the game. And keep in mind, this game did not come out on PC first and PlayStation second. This was originally a PS1 exclusive, then got ported to PC. Alright, he threw crows at me, so let's dodge those. God, it's like the artist in Dead by Daylight, just throwing crows at people. Alright, take this cave.
The blood of ages flows so sweet. Come, drink from us. Your magic energy recovers more quickly, for our blood enhances.
So now we have the maximum magic regen we will have. It's still fairly slow, but it is fairly fast too. I mean, it's not going to be like empty to full in 0.2 seconds, but you're not going to be sitting there for hours waiting for your magic to refill so you can cast a spell. Alright, so now we are going for this cave right here. Get your Pendalock of Tarot ready, and this cave is our next secret. Just setting foot inside this cave is Secret 85. Use Penelocatero to kill these enemies. Push this rock out of the way. As if you need Hearts of Darkness, grab them. The little rock, move to the side here so that you can grab these. Use a Penelocatero to kill the remaining enemies in this cave. Now this next section is a little tricky here. That black zombie didn't want to die for some reason. You can sneak through that rock right there. Sometimes it's a little buggy. Push this rock as far until you start taking the item, then take the others. There's a magic refill right here. Now on the way out, it may not let you just sneak through like I did. If not, you'll be able to push the rock and then just push this bottom boulder out of your way. We're done with this cave. So, now I'm going to show you where the most missed bat beacon is in the game. A lot of people not using a guide end up with 12 of 13 because this one is just a little out of the way. This one right here is our 12th bat beacon. One more to go. That's a trophy. Once we got that bat beacon, go to bat form. We are going to go back near the beginning of the game. This bat beacon right here is what we want. I believe this is Stench and Crow if I'm remembering. From here, I'm going to use wolf form because we are kind of running low on time and I don't really want to kill these enemies again. But from here, go down south. You may have remembered the times we've been here. There's this boulder right here. This is one of these boulders that we couldn't move until now. This is secret number 86. And inside here, the only thing we can pick up is a rune triangle and a blood vial. Once you have those, you don't even need to go back to the next screen. Go bat form. We need to go back to Avernus Cathedral after we completed the level. So if you're forgetting which one that is this one, right? Nope. This one right here. The one we got after Avernus Cathedral. After we had talked to Ariel. This one right here. Remember that rock a few minutes ago that I said we will be back to it later? It's later. I'm just going to drag him over here so he can get more feedings. Even though we don't need it, but it kills more people. I'm in a hurry. I don't need to kill you. I will be forced to kill these bandits out here, though. So, let's come over here. Let's bring them over so we can get more. More is always good. Then we got these. Bring them over so we can get, again, more. Because more is always good. And that's going to bring us to this last one. We'll go ahead and feed off of you too. Okay. This rock, just push it to the side. This is Secret 87. Continue south. Follow the land to the right, and we find a cave. Follow the linear path. When you go around the southern part, that rock right there that's in your way will move, disappear there. Now I came down there and used my blood shower specifically to bring him away from all these enemies. There's a switch right here that is Secret 88. Now you can use blood shower to kill everything. We don't care about the rest of these enemies. There's a magic refill and implode and go into the next room, and we have a ton of items that we can take. Grab them all. This is the main reason that I'm not too worried about the last 3 secrets, because they're going to give us a lot of an item that we already have a lot of. So anyway, I'm going to use wolf form just to run out, and we are done here. Once we get outside of the cave, bat form. And with bat form, I think it is time we go to Willendorf Castle. So it's the one that's highlighted in blue. That's where they want us to go. So make sure it's highlighted in red and fly there.
It would seem that only those of noble lineage were allowed to pass through the illustrious gates of Willendorf Castle, and the enchantment I had cast with my disguise was not enough to fool these soldiers of hope. I would need a stronger illusion to beguile them.
So we've got one more form to find. And to find it, we also need to find the final blood fountain in the game. But for that, let's take a secret. So follow this land here and then use mist form to avoid taking damage from the water. And there is a house just to the northeast here. Right, this house right here. We're about to grab 2 secrets. Going through this door is secret 89. Take this teleporter, and you should know what this means by now. We have secret 90. This is the Spirit Forge of Slow Time.
These artifacts will be yours. So, you come to the Spirit Forge for help, do you, vampire? Trade your secrets for the blood of the dead, I will.
I'm never going to use it, but I might as well just go ahead and grab it just for more items. Why not? And once we venture back out of this cave, this is a moon cave, by the way, so we don't have to worry about the full moon. This is near that last bat beacon that we got. Fly back to Willendorf Castle. Alright, I'm going to use some blood shower here to refill my life a little bit. We're going to go back through this bridge again, but this time instead of going for the secret, we're going to go for what we actually need. And I am very much watching the time. I'm hoping at this point that I have enough time to do what I want to do. I'm fairly confident I do here, but in case I don't, I'm ready to abandon this until the full moon is done. You can definitely fill up on your blood with all the soldiers and peasants here in town. There are items in some of the houses if you want to explore. I don't care. I think we definitely have more than enough items to finish the game. So I'm going to just ignore all that. Y'all want to get fed on too? Okay. Just continue following the linear path.
Mighty Willendorf had sliced open the belly of the earth, reaping a bounty of precious metals and unearthing ancient secrets. Of these secrets, I had heard of a tomb that contained an ancient forefather of King Otmar himself. Within the tomb, a fountain of blood would allow me to cast the most noble of illusions and gain entry to the city of the mighty lion.
Yeah, we pretty much heard that line earlier, but yeah, we get it again. But enter this cave. This cave, very simple. The enemies here are quite easy. You can just use your flame sword to kill them all, or you can ignore them. For the most part, I'm ignoring ones that are not in my way because I am in a hurry. But it's a very linear path. Right here, you might want to go ahead and drain blood of everyone. Use your blood shower. And push these rocks out of the way for our final form and final blood fountain.
The blood of ages flows so sweet. Come, drink from us.
Unlike the Mask of Disguise, this spell actually allows me to cast away the guise of death for a time, allowing me to walk among the living undisturbed. The spell also provides a visage of nobility, for there are many who would easily divulge more to those of high-born blood.
So the Beguile form is basically an upgraded version of Disguise. So to people, you will appear as a noble. There's a blood vial there, by the way. And you will not. You'll basically just have like a mask icon floating above Kain's head instead of him actually changing his form. But with him appearing to be a noble, he's able to go anywhere. He'll be able to get into Willendorf Castle. That's the main reason you need it. And you can actually attack, and it's not going to break your disguise. So it's really disguise and uh, beguile are only really useful for the two areas that we used them. Not really required at all. The disguise would have been good for towns that had guards for me to avoid fighting, but hey, I like drinking all that blood. Anyway, head through here. Yeah, you get ambushed as soon as you go through that door, but we're almost out of here. For whatever reason, I was not able to get up here to get these items, so two flays I can't get. So I just ignored them and moved along. But yeah, it's very, very linear here. I was trying not to kill them I was trying to get my magic refilled, but it took too long, so I ended up just killing them with some items here. Just use a font of putrescence and kill them. Of course, the third guy did want to go in there. You can hit this guy across the mine shaft with the flame sword, so if you want to. And we are out. We are very, very, very close to the full moon, but I am hoping that I have just enough time for one last thing before we go to the full moon. So return back to Willendorf Castle. As soon as you arrive at Willendorf Castle, go south and use Mistform to go across the river as you're going to see me for another secret. Once you touch the magic refill, that is the secret. Once back across, go ahead and put on Beguile. As you see, it just floats a mask above you, but the enemies see you as a noble, so they will not attack you. You can, after you get Beguile, not even use it and walk into the castle. You'll just have to fight a bunch of soldiers as you walk around. So, I was going to try and open the gate so that I could get into the castle and get the next story part out of the way. I unfortunately ran out of time before I can even get to the switches for the gate. We get our full moon, so I will be coming back to do this later. We're about to go get our final spell and get our trophy for all items, weapons, armor, and spells. But yeah, you see it just turned into a full moon. So I'm done. Bat form. We have a bat beacon right next to where we need to. We saw it, I believe, last video. So you want to go to... I want a beacon. I don't want a location. I want a beacon. I want a beacon. I want a beacon. This one, right here. Go to this one. This gate was closed before. It is open now. This is our full moon gate. So we didn't interact with that triangle up there, so we're going to do that now. I want implodes on. You can use magic or your sword if you want, but I want to use up some implodes. But we'll go ahead and interact with this triangle for the story. Essentially, this translates into something along the lines of he will come at the full moon, or something like that. There's a little bit more to it. I don't know exactly what the translation is, but something like that. Alright, so we'll form to jump up here, and when you hit this switch, this is a secret. This is our 90-second secret. Alright, so we're going to be hitting these switches to move these poles around so that we can move along in this dungeon. Again, do not step into lava. Even Mistform will not help you. There are a lot of werewolves here. You can either hit them with your flame sword until they die, or do like me and just shoot and implode at them. Alright, avoid the spikes if you need to heal. There's some blood vials around. Kill that werewolf. There's a magic refill if you're using magic instead. And we're almost at maximum magic. So we're almost to the point where we don't even need rune triangles anymore. Alright, so we'll form to jump up here. Don't worry about those rocks. They don't really carry anything important that we care about. I mean, if you want to break them, feel free. I don't want to go through that loading screen to put on the mace and then go through the loading screen again and put back on the flame sword, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, head down here, avoid the plants, fireballs, or whatever they are. Hit this werewolf, and hit this switch. Head back the way we came. There's nothing really important to the right. That's why I didn't go that way. We do want to go this way to get to our objective here, though. Okay, so kill you and avoid the spike balls. There's our switch, a magic refill if you need it. And then again, avoid the spike balls, go back around, and this pole has moved so we can continue forward. It's a pretty straightforward dungeon, but if you've been following my guide so far, as I said, this is going to get you the trophy for having all your equipment. Every spell, every armor, every sword, every item will be collected at this point. Then we only need to find the last bat beacon and find one secret location, and that is all missable trophies, and then we are just completing the game, completing the story. That's all that's left. So, as much of the game that is left, I don't know if we're going to complete the game in the next video. I'm thinking we won't. I'm thinking we're going to need like a half video for the final video, but we will see. Anyway. Yeah, now we're needing mist forms. Dot. Okay, I was not expecting that to like splash off the wall and kill him. So I wouldn't have thrown a second one. Alright, so come over here. You may want to just do blood shower to kill these werewolves across the water. I didn't. And into the next section of this map. And here we are, the final and ultimate spell.
With this spell I can call upon the heavens to tear my enemies apart with its explosive power. Oh, how their bodies will rupture as the scything energy rips through them.
So this is lightning, and as it sounds, you will cast down lightning on all enemies on the screen. It is the ultimate spell in the game. It costs a lot of magic to cast it, but any enemies that are on screen are dead. So very useful, very good spell. That and Blood Shower are easily your two best spells in the game. And yes, we needed to equip the axes for one damn tree. Alright, with that done, now all we need to do is get out of here. There's just one wolf, so I don't want to use lightning just for one werewolf. We're just going to do that. Alright, so before you jump up with wolf form, wait for the spike ball to hit the left wall. As soon as it does and starts going back, then go ahead and jump up there. And just avoid damage. There's a teleporter that we're trying to get out of here. I do highly recommend you have lightning or font of putrescence equipped. Either one, your choice. As soon as you go through this teleporter, you are beset by a bunch of werewolves. So get to a safe point and cast your spell or use your item. Here is a hidden rune triangle right here. And I think that is max magic. I might can carry one more. I will have to see whenever I get one more rune triangle if that goes up. But I think our health and magic is full. But we will find out when we find another rune triangle. But I'm 99% sure we're done. Anyway, take this teleporter out and hit the switch on the left to open the way out of the lightning cave. We're going to go back to Willendorf, and I wanted to get the next story beat in this video, but we were running out of time, so we'll do that next time. If you're enjoying the walkthrough, drop a like, feel free to subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video.